Okay, we are going to pick up at number 7 on these notes. And these are the A5 notes continuing exponents. And again, I will point out the directions round to the nearest 100th place, which means different from problems 1 through 6, this time we can have decimals, and we will round them to the 100th place, which is 2 decimal places. All right, so you see this letter E, which is different than a variable like X. If you remember the symbol pi, which is approximately 3.14 ... It goes on and on and on forever. And we use that in geometry, area of a circle, and pi, so we know pi is a value. E is another constant like that. E has a value attached to it. 2.71 ... It's going to go on and on forever as well. Your calculator has E programmed into it just like it has pi programmed into it. To access E on the calculator, you are going to use second and the LN button. So we'll get to that in just a second. Actually, so we'll get to that for problem number 7, E to the 7th. So on our calculator, I said second LN, so I'm going to show you the LN button is right here. But if I just hit LN, I don't want LN on my screen. So I want to hit second LN, and it gives me the E to the, and I can insert my own exponent, which for this problem is 7. So we're going to get 1096, and I'm going to bring over 6.33. So 1096.633. So the hundredths is this number. We want to look to the right. It's less than 4, so that means we can let it rest. So 1096.63. So you always want to go one space more than what you're rounding to. Okay, this time we are going to put 0.085 times 3 in our calculator. Now, if you have an 83, you want to make sure this whole thing is in parentheses. So let's keep that in mind. So back to the calculator, second LN, it puts the E on the screen. For the 84, I can type it exactly like I see it on the paper, but I'm going to wrap it in parentheses for those of us that have an 83. The rest I can type just like it says on the paper, just parentheses around the whole answer, and we get 1.290. 1.290. The hundredths is the 9. The 0 is less than 5, so we can just say it's 1.29. Okay, number 9. It doesn't have a base of E, so we're not using second LN. This time we have 5 to the, so remember we have to raise it to the power of. And then I'm going to want parentheses around the entire exponent, 0.035 times 8. And then close the parentheses around the 8 and the whole exponent. And we get 1.569. 1.569. The hundredth spot is the 6. The 9 says we need to add 1. So we add 1, and that's going to be 1.57. Just 2 more, and again, we're just practicing how we type these in the calculator. So back on number 9, I'm going to add those extra parentheses around it. On number 10, we're going to need some extra parentheses there. And actually, if you have an 83, when it types E, it automatically opens a set of parentheses. So let's type 10 in the calculator. So that was 1,000. To get my E, I do second ln, and then I'm going to wrap this exponent in parentheses, 0.06, and then the parentheses 9, in case you didn't see or think about it, that's times 9. So you could always just say times 9 without the extra parentheses around the 9. So 1716.006, 1716.006. The hundredths is the second zero. The number to the right is bigger than 5, so we will add 1. So we'll get 1716.01. And one more. And again, if you have an 83, it's going to be very important to put that exponent in parentheses. Otherwise, I'm going to type it just the way I see it. So 500 parentheses 1.08 close parentheses raised to the power of 12 times 5. And I didn't use my parentheses for my 83 students, so let me go ahead and make sure that looks right. Use parentheses around that whole exponent because we have an operation happening. Big number, 50,628 and 53 hundredths. Actually, I'm going to write 531. Our hundredth spot is the 3. The 1 is less than 4, so we are going to let it be 50,628 and 53 hundredths. And that is the last of this little exponent section. Good luck on that part of the homework.